Today video we are going to design a cup, the teacup, a simple teacup in the SolidWorks. So for the first feature we are going to use the revolve command to make the solid body. Revolve command and revolve command is a sketch based feature. Sketch based feature meaning we needed a sketch to use this command. So first of all we are going to use the sketching tools to draw a sketch. So click on the sketch and select the front plane. We are going to design it on the front plane. Has the requirement of the revolve command which we are going to use it. We needed a half sketch of the design. So basically for the cup, we are going to design a cylindrical surface. So for the cylindrical surface, we are going to design the half sketch. So draw this center line and select the line tool and draw a lines like that, one horizontal line and one vertical line, and just define the dimension. We are going to use a open sketch and use the thin feature in the revolve command to make the design. So define these dimension from this point to this line. This dimension is given as 4 inches, and the diameter dimension of this is given as 3.5. And then we needed to draw a fillet. The radius of the fillet is 0.25, and select this corner. Click OK. So we fully define our sketch. This is the first sketch. The sketch is open because we are going to use the thin feature in the revolved base boss. So select the, so it asking the sketch is currently open. A non-thin revolution feature requires a closed sketch. Would you like the sketch to be automatically closed? No. We select no because we want to add the thin feature. You can see thin feature is here. It's no. Select the thin feature. Okay, so direction one, we want to make the revolve around the 360 degree, and for the thin feature we needed to define the thickness. So thickness is 3/16. Okay, so this is our base feature. So we use the revolve command to create this feature. Now for the next one, we are going to open the sketch on the front plane again, and we are going to define a sketch. So on which plane? Front plane. Open the sketch. So this view is the normal view. Then we needed to use the ellipse to draw ellipse on this face on the front plane, and we will give the positional dimension and all the relevant information. So as for the ellipse, first we have to select the center of it, and then we select a circle like that, major axis and minor axis. We want in like that, and then we can define the dimensions. So now we define all the dimension and relation. So first dimension, from this edge to this point, we are going to define a dimension, and this dimension is 1.375. Okay, next we have to define this dimension of this center to this bottom edge. This dimension we are going to define it to. Okay, next we simply add some relation. Go to add relation, select this point, and we want these 2 points on the vertical line. So these 2 points must have a relation of vertical. And second relation, we press the control on your keyboard, select this point and add a relation of vertical. So as per the theory of ellipse, the major axis and the minor axis are defined here. We just put some dimensions. So select this dimension. So this dimension is given as 2, and this dimension is given as 3. like that. So now you can see the sketch is fully defined, the ellipse is fully defined, the positional dimensions are defined, and the major and minor axis dimensions are defined here. So exit the sketch. So for this feature, we are going to use the sweep base boss command. So as per the requirement of the sweep, we needed a path and a profile, and it will make a solid body following the profile and the path. So let's see how this command work. So this is the path. We just define it. We can rename it by double clicking on it, path. And the next sketch, we are going to define the profile. And for the profile, we are going to create a reference plane. So the reference plane has, per the concept, you know that if we want to, if we want to create a sketch other than the three global, or you can say the three initial views, planes, front, top, and right plane. If we want to make the sketch on another plane rather than these three planes, we needed to define the position of this plane. So we can make the sketch on that plane. So basically, we want to move this right side plane here at this point in the mid or the center of this ellipse. So we want a sketching plane on that position from the right plane. So first we click on the plane. Now select the, for the first reference, we are going to select the right plane. So for the right plane, it is asking about the dimension, at which dimension you wanted to offset it. If we increase this dimension, this plane will be go further in that direction. But we are going to define another relation, the second reference. For the second reference, we want this plane at that position. So it is showing an error. Let's see what is that error. So for this relation here, for the first reference, it is collected the dimension. So that's why it's not allowing us to define this second reference, because this relation, the dimension relation, which is offset distance, it is defined. But what we want this first reference of parallel relation. So first relation is parallel, and the second relation, it is coincident. So this plane, the right plane, is coincident with this point and parallel with the front plane. So that's why we fully define this new plane. You understand the concept? If you did not, please comment it. I will explain in another video. So basically what we want for this plane, we want it in the mid of this, in the center point of this ellipse. What we want, the front plane. So we added the parallel relation. So this new plane must be parallel with the right plane. And for the second relation, we want it in this center of the ellipse. Okay. So for now, this plane will be our sketching plane. So select the plane and open the sketch on this plane, and it will make the normal to us in the front of us in a normal view. So next we want to make a ellipse, and for this ellipse the center must be coincident with this origin or this lines, which is the basically the line of the ellipse. So it must be auto track this point and draw like that, and just define the dimension of this ellipse. So sketch must be fully defined. For this point and this point, I am pressing the control and selecting this point. It will take me to the properties and asking which relation you want between these two points. Points are selected here, so we want a horizontal relation between them. And for this center, select this center and this line, and we want coincident. We can select coincident relation, but we select the bias relation. So it must be in the end point of this line on the top. This center is on the top of this this line, which is the line of the ellipse, which is showing a straight line in that view. So this center is on the top of that line. Next, define the dimension. So from this point to this point, this dimension is given as 0.75, and this center and the other center, the minor axis, it is given as 0.375. So now this sketch is fully defined, and you can see this sketch is this by adding this virus relation, it is on the top of this this ellipse on the top point, which is showing on the front plane, on this new created plane, not on the front plane, this new created plane. Exit the sketch, and now we are going to use the Swift base post. So this for this one, let me deselect it. So this one, it asking define the profile. So this sketch is our profile, and for this selection, we have to select the path. So what is our path? This sketch is our path. So it will make a solid body around this path following the profile. So this is the way we did the Swift command. So you understand the definition of the Swift base post, and you also understand it how it will work. So at this point, we don't needed this portion of the solid body. So we just draw a sketch on this face, and we select convert intensities this edge, circular edge, and we just simply make a cut. So we can cut this body. So for the blind, we just select the up to surface on which surfaces we want to make a cut. Okay. So basically, it's also cut this fillet here. So it is a mistake. Instead of up to surface, we select the up to next. So it will just cut till this body. So it will just cut the whole of this extra portion, but at the last point of this body till this point. Okay. So we just make a beautiful teacup, or you can say a mug. Then we just simply add some fillets to make it more beautiful and a design which must make sense. So for that one, if you go through the if you look the functionality of the cup, what we needed, we don't needed these sharp edges. If these sharp edges are here, if you drink something, it will maybe hurt you. So we needed the fillet, and for this time we are going to define this full round fillet. So for the full round fillet, we have to select three surface. So for the first surface, this is our first surface, and then we select the middle surface, the surface which we want to make the fillet or make it round, and then the third surface. So that way it will add a full round, which is the definition of the full round fillet. So that's where we add the full round fillet. Basically, the surface between this one and this one is going to be converted into a full round like that. Now you can see we don't have any sharp edges. This is a circular thing, a round thing. Next, define the fillet for these edges. This edge. Now we select this the first type of the fillet, constant size fillet. We select not face. We select this edge, and we select this edge. These two edges we selected it, and just define the diameter of this dimension 0.250 and exit it. Now the design of this cup is completed. So we just take some simple step and make a beautiful cup. Thank you so much for watching my video.